Good afternoon, class. I'll be continuing with the same chapter, chapter 7, South India and the Rise of the Cholas. Page number is 197, and these are the topics which I'm going to discuss with you today. In the last class, I've explained up to the village assembly, Ur Mahasabha and Nagagram, and today I'll be discussing this topic. First topic is society under the Cholas. So during the Chola period, the life of the Chola revolve around the temple, and the temple was considered as the temple considered as one of the social and cultural center for the Chola people, where they gather there. So the society that existed during the Chola period can be understood under the following headings. The first is education and learning. It is believed that the literacy level of the Chola were not higher were neither very high nor very less. So educational institution during this Chola period included village school which held under the trees and in the verandas of the temple, and mathas are regarded as college, and the teacher were paid for their proceeds of the common land of the village. Even the popular education means are where recitation and narration of epics of Puranas in temples and public places, and they are expounding the philosophical matters in the Chola Empire. Higher education was imparted in school and colleges attached to temples and mathas. Even higher education were imparted in school and colleges which were attached to temples and mathas. The matha, Pali, and viharas were the centers of learning, and even they have own libraries. As charities were even these charities were given to specific branches. Specific branches in the study of Mimamsa and Vyakarana. Mimamsa is a sixth darshan. It's a sixth darshan. It's a way to see the world, and Vyakarana is the study of grammar. Even the Chola king Rajendra I gave orders to the village assembly to provide food for the students, and the largest allowance for the teachers of Vedanta, Mimamsa, and Vyakara, and their daily allowance were in the form of grain which were brought by the student. The two well-known colleges were Tribhuvani and in Pondicherry, and medical college is Tiruvathurai, Duturai, and even higher studies were given in Sanskrit, but there was no efforts were made for the promote of Tamil languages. Next is caste. Caste was the basic of the social framework of the Chola kingdom, and each caste has had a hereditary occupational group. The upper class enjoy social freedom, and the person even from this upper class, the person can change their occupation irrespective of caste groups. Even this occupation irrespective of caste and group also gave recognition. For instance, the artisan of Kanchipuram could engrave a copper plates and grants of king, and even the weavers of Kanchipuram enjoy in honor of making the royal robes in the reign of Uttama Chola. Next is position of women. As the women enjoy a lot of social freedom, and modesty was the symbol of grace of them. Upper class women own property right, and even the princes of the royal family influenced the administrative or public policies or kings. The kings were polygamous. Polygamous means they have more than one wife, but but for the social life, monogamy is considered. As female labor is less as skill occupation was common. So even sati is not mentioned. Even sati is mentioned only in some fierce inscription, but it is not a common practice during the Chola period. Devadasis or women dedicated, even these Devadasis or dedicated women dedicated to the service of God is God in temple, where these were the unique aspects of women, aspects of life of women. Next is slavery. So slavery was prevalent during the Chola period. Poverty, even often poverty pushed men and women into slavery. So there were different grades among slavery was due to poverty. Slavery caused because due to poverty, famine, destitute, escape death, or by even selling. Even these men and women used they, because of poverty, they sell themselves and even their unborn child. Next is economic under the Cholas. So the economy life during the Chola period was very prosperous and content. So during the Chola period, the economic witnessed prosperity in the field of trade and commerce through agriculture, yield, and taxes. Taxes were the main sources of revenue in the Chola period. First is agriculture and land. So agriculture is the main occupation of the people. So it is said that the evidence of it is evidence it has evidence has found that 8 varieties of rice and 7 different kinds of beans were grown during the Chola period, and that even the Chola king built anikats. Anikats mean dam across the Kaveri river in Tanjore, and the most important, the great dam below the island of Sri Rangam. As the land at the time of the Chola period were owned by the proprietor, and thus the village communities become corporate body which could give or sell land. So land was divided into taxable and non-taxable land. Next is trade and commerce. So there was a brisk internal trade among individual merchants and mercantile corporation in the country. So there was a internal trade with the individual merchant and mercantiles, and that there was a direct sea route between China and India and China, which is commonly used during the 7th century. According to Chinese traveler Aisang Mahabalipuram, Saliyur and Korkai on the east coast and Koilan on the west, these were visited by the foreign traders. As the Cholas has commercial activities with the Chinese under Chang's Caliphs of Baghdad and Salander rulers of Java. Even Sirat and the island of Kish on the Persian Gulf became the interport. Interport means the goods were import or export of Indian trade. Even horse were imported from Arabs, and the Cholas were famous for their elephant tucks, ivory, pearls, and cotton textiles and color silk trade. Metal works. It is said that the metal industry reached a high perfection during the Chola period, because even the household items were used by rich, and the images and utensils of bronze and metal alloy of the Tanjore temple are the example for it. As instead of gold and silver, copper, brass, and bronze were commonly used for these items. Jewelry. As Tanjore was famous for its jewelry in precious stones and pearls, even the temple of palaces were thus a repository of wealth, including ornaments. So this, even the temples during the Chola period will look like a repository, means a container of place where things are deposited. These temples were also looked were like palaces where these items were used. These precious stones and pearls were used in the temple. Salt. The manufacture of sea salt was carried out under the government. This was, though there was a manufacture of salt, but it was under the supervision of government and other control. So they were also imposed tax on salt in cash and kind, and for both the local and the central. The salt pans of Mokanam, Kanyakumari, and Vayur, these three are the well-known salt industries during the Chola period. Guilds. Trade and commerce was organized and controlled by merchants who were members of powerful guilds and corporation. Nanda Desa, Tisaya Yiratru, Ainu Truvar these were the famous for these guilds. So the industrial section of Chola was divided into right hand. The right hand they were known as Velangis, and the left hand they were known as Aidangi. So the communities, and these both were often indulged in quarrels, and they often caused bloodshed during the Chola period. Transport. So natural ways of transport system were used during the Chola period for carrying merchandise. So even canals were dug for extensively for irrigation and cultivation land. The roads are of two types during the Chola period. The first is vadis and vadis or footpaths. In these vadis or footpaths where vehicles are not allowed to ply. And the second one is prevaled trunk roads. The prevaled trunk roads. So these prevaled trunk roads or great roads, they were connected. These three were connected the country from the large division to another, like the under road. So the prevaled trucks and roads, they were connected to another country, and they were also connected to Andhra road. In the next class, I'll be explaining about the religion and other topics. That's all for today. Thank you.